first game. And look at this plane trajectory, Bayu. It is going straight across the bottom of this map, ending up around military base area. Where do you think, how do you think that's going to kind of change maybe the
Ooh.
strategies of these teams and where they do look to land?
What I'm gonna think is that there are quite some teams that are gonna jump very soon, as you can see already, and they will try to get a car. They will try to get a car and drive to a far end of the map, or at least away from the landing or from the area there you can potentially land with the airplane,
Yep.
so that you have a good amount of loot, can loot up, and yeah, that you just get your weapons and everything prepared, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
On the other hand, dropping like Pochinki or military base can also provide can also provide really well, because it's not very often in a tournament environment that you see people drop hot drop. And what I mean with a hot drop is basically dropping to a very popular place to to get as many kills as you can.
Yeah.
All right, we already have a couple kills in from 404.
Oh man, it's all starting to kick off already in Team 22. It seems like there's action going on underway. There's a Team 20, Team 22 starting to come together, and with Team 22 trying to push away. Stalk is he is knocked down, so he's looking to be revived by his team. My apologies, my game is a little bit laggy, but it seems like it's all under control. Team 22 seem to got away quite nicely. Nothing really crazy happening. It's early on. We do see Team 17 have gotten the better of a couple of players of Team 6 over just outside near them between Hospital and Gatka. That's very interesting. Team 15 holding their own in that Gatka area. Team 3 Nova, one team that you said highlighted their aggressiveness. They are now moving possibly towards where Team 17 is, Bayu, and then, like I said, Team 12 in between Team 3 and Team 22. But with this safe zone so far up north, we actually talk about that. The action is going all over the place. I don't mean to sound a little bit confusing, but this is actually surprising me how many of these teams are looking to fight early on, with Team 9 also starting to put pressure on Team 4 with, you said, welcome to the lobby, Team 4. They're down to one player by.
Wow, that's faster than I expected.
Yeah.
I had really good, kind of good hopes for them, because every time I saw them every time, the couple times that I did saw them, I was sort of like, ooh, WL in my lobby, you know?
Yeah.
Always get this feeling of sort of an excitement. So that's a bit unfortunate that they are out already. Yeah, they're exactly one.
Yep, one player left, mate. One player. So we do see there's a bit of action going on between Team 13, and I think there was a squad wipe going on somewhere around the area. We will have to see. Relentless Valor starting to claim their stake, as they have 2 kills on the board for themselves. That's not pretty decent for them over in that area of the map. But like I said, Bayu, this safe zone is really high up north. So what do you think it's going to do? Where do you think this safe zone is going to end up?
Shooting range. I'm gonna set my money on shooting range, but I can also see it going on Roodsock, or I can see it happening on Severny.
How risky do you think, as we do see there's a bit of action going on between Team 16? They have one player now, and if we can pan the camera over to that side of the map, we do see that Team 1 to Team 16 are under a little bit of pressure. They are trading a couple of blows. Yeah, I said one player is down on the side of Team 16, whereas we do look at Team 1, like you said, next gaming generation with the one and only. No, it's actually not Remy that is playing in this game for the first game of this evening's matches. They do have just Miss Ali, Pistacius, Cupid, and Hunson that are looking to carry the game for their team in around this first game. Like I said, is in the Yasnai Pollyanna area. There's 3 teams, maybe possibly 4 with Team 19, SKS hanging around the area. It is just inside the safe zone, Bayu, so they don't really have to move that far, but they will have an idea that they are close to each other, Bayu, right?
Yeah, definitely. That could definitely be very close.
I don't understand how they first.
What is interesting though is that I can actually hear the players talk.
Okay.
I can actually hear them talk, communicate with each other, and I'm trying to figure out what team is not using in-game voice. So maybe that's kind of the issue.
Okay.
That would be great.
Well, that
would be great material to hear them how they communicate as a unit.
But we do see Untouched on the side of Team 16. I hate to say it, buddy, but you should not be camping. Come on, do not camp. Pistasius has been knocked out on the side of Next Generation Gaming as Team 16 maybe look to squad wipe him and give them an early bath and maybe cause a bit of an upset in this first game of this Baldie Battleground League. But like I said, Untouched is just camping right now. He needs to be surviving with the rest of his team. He has taken down Bunsen. Right now, is this Team 16 causing another upset as Team 1 are under pressure? They only have 3 players left, so it's a 3-on-3 situation. It is as they all are kind of around in the same building area. Miss Ali gets knocked down by Planet. Planet is carrying Team 16 in this action, but yeah, like I said, Team 1 are under a lot of pressure. It is close between these 2 teams, but it seems like Next Generation have managed to survive and they have squad wiped Team 16. I thought that was going to be a bit of an upset by.
Yeah, at first I was really thinking that Team 16 was able to pick it up, especially when that guy rushed the second level of the building, and I kind of felt like he's getting the upper hand, but was it no, Pistasius managed to save them all in the end, or was it Cupid? I'm not entirely sure anymore. I think it was Cupid. Pistasius, sorry, Pistasius.
Either way, they are not necessarily out of the comfort zone just yet because they do have Team 8 and Team 21 around them, so they're going to have to heal up, use their resources, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate. They will be able to loot a couple of buildings around them, take the loot from Team 16. They can, you know, rob the corpses of the enemy, so to speak, and then carry on into this game. But we'll focus a bit far on the east side of this game. I want to bring it over to Team 25, bro. They landed in Pichinki. They are not afraid to land in the hotspot area to do Team 17. Team 3, a little bit further away along with Team 14. But they, like I said, they're now driving towards the school area by.
Ooh, school. I love school. I love that area. It's not as a hot drop because I hate it as a hot drop. But going there after you loot it up a bit, I don't know. I just the whole way the whole surrounding is set up, allowing for people to push rather pretty easily, I would say.
Yep.
Gives kind of a lot of opportunities to engage that position from multiple angles, and yeah, I loved it. I love it when you're free to push however you like. Ooh, actually, SKS is. All the teams in Yashnaya are fighting right now.
Yeah, let's pan the action over there. We do see Team 21, Team 1, and Team 8 are starting to get on top of each other. Somewhat, should I say, in this Yasna Pollyanna area. Team 1, they survived against Team 16. They've got 4 kills on the board for themselves. Pistasius is knocked out, so he's going to have to be careful. Miss Ali takes out Keldell quite nicely as she does see that the rest of teammate around the area, but Team 1 are a little bit split up, so they're going to have to be careful. Miss Ali's just going to have to play a little bit safe, maybe camp a little bit. I don't like to use the word camp too often, but it could be the case where she just has to play it safe because, like I said, they're down to 3 players. They're a little bit split up. Cupid is going out that window trying to cause the action. We do see that Happy Sassy is low on health. Cupid is knocked down. Miss Ali is knocked down. It's going to come down to Pistasius, hopefully trying to revive and keep his team alive quite nicely. You do see Team 8 are maybe with that team of Team 8 maybe look to take out Team 1, but they're going to have to be careful. Anim has taken out Bro in the other area of the map. Uncle Jack has taken out NGG quite nicely, and that's a squad wipe with NGG next gaming generation are out of this round 1, and they will finish, I believe, 19th. That is not the best start for them, Bayu.
No, that was definitely not a good start for them, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. That it felt like they were split up. I had 2 players where they're sitting in that, I would say a bar. I'm not sure what kind of building is it, a bar? Well, one of their players was sitting like 150 meters away in a different house. So there was no way for NGG to really catch up and get back together.
Yep, exactly. There were 2 split. But we have just seen another, I suppose, a bit of an upset, but these 2 powerhouse teams of Nova and Bro went at each other, and Nova survived a squad wiped. Bro, you hyped Bro up, you said they were aggressive. It did not pay off for them, Bayu. They have really taken themselves out of this round 1 of this Baldie Battleground League. We have 17 teams left. They are spread out now quite nicely, with the first safe zone starting to close in, or the blue zone starting to close in on this first safe zone. No team, actually no, sorry, my apologies. There's about 4 or 5 teams that are outside of the safe zone quite heavily and wanting to move in. There's a bit of action going on between Team 19 and Team 10 and Severity. If we can maybe pan the camera over to these 2 fantastic teams looking to stake a claim, make a name for themselves in this game. No, just like that, Team 10 has squad wiped Team 19. I said it too late. I brought it to your attention too late. My humble apologies, guys. Team 10, the one and only LMV Gaming, carrying on forward quite nicely into this game, Bayu.
I was trying to pan the camera to it, but they were dead before it actually happened. So that was kind of unfortunate. But LMV is there not to be messed with, as you can see. They cleaned up their opponents pretty well. Did they lose an enemy or an ally? No, they're still all with 4. We can actually hear the music when people are driving in the car. That's a pretty interesting.
Yeah, like we've also got to be aware of that one remaining player of Team 4. And welcome to the lobby. He's kind of really staying safe outside the safe zone, just heading in towards this blue zone. Team 8 and Team 21 are still in the Yasnai Polyana zone outside the safe zone. Possibly will have to move in and could hit each other quite hard. We have seen this next range. Like I said, shooting range could possibly be the finishing post. You called it yourself, so I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Team 22 and Team 9 went at each other, and Team 22 have been squad wiped. Again, apologies, we missed that action going on in this PUBG Mobile match round 1 of this Baldie Battleground League. 25 teams. We have whittled it down in this round 1 to 15 teams, 50 players alive. Nova still going strong with the fantastic Kaylas and the rest of his team looking to really stake a claim for themselves. No team has really gone into the center of the safe zone. By what I tended to notice from other games that I cast, a few teams would go dead into the center of the potential of the, kind of projected safe zone, but no teams are really looking to do that. They all seem to be hanging around outside the safe zone and then move in somewhat in the last second. It's an interesting strategy, especially when most teams are doing it. We tend to see these clusters of teams coming at each other at the early stages of the game. We are focused on to team, I believe, 24. They are now possibly looking to move into a safe zone, but we do see there's a potential action between 21 and Team 8 in the Yasnai area. Team 8 are 2 players against each other against 4 of Team 21, so it's a 2v4 situation. Uncle Jack is under a lot of pressure, taking hits and not able to heal up as his teammate is looking to protect They're looking to protect each other as bandages are being applied. But Team 21, in my opinion, they should look to zone in and move in as quickly as possible, because at the end of the day, with the zone starting to close in the next 24 seconds, now or never is a time where you want to squad wipe to get those kills, right, Bayu?
Yeah, and also, if one of them is knocked, yeah, they don't know if there are two more enemies. That is kind of the issue that 21 is facing right now. Is there one, is there two, or is there four enemies, you know?
Oh, Pocus getting the poke kill onto Team 8, and that is just like that. Team 21 get the kills, get the job done, and they will be able to move on forward into this game. Team Venom is 21, or 21 is Team Venom. That's, you know, they kind of had it easy, but then again, at the end of the day, surprises can always happen. They got the job done. It's a Verdi. Team 10 and Team 12, like, you have a focus there coming at each other a little bit interestingly close. Team 10, LMV, they're down to 3 players. Whereas Team 12, they have 3, so it's still a 3v3 situation. But with Chronics on the side of LMV is quite low, they're going to have to be a little bit careful. They don't seem to want to face up against Team 12. Both teams are well inside the safe zone bias, so it's quite easy for them just to kind of stay where they are, play it safe, stay calm, go where they really want to go / need to go. They are not dictated by the zone, and they can kind of just, you know, maintain that kind of positive team-wide mentality.
Yeah.
So, Bayu, what teams are looking kind of strongest right now for you, at least?
Well, if I'm looking at the list right now, there are several teams still with all players alive. Team 24, Team 23, 21, 18, 17, 13, and so forth. So all of them have the potential to become top. But looking at, actually, let's have a look now at Team 12 and Team 10, as they are trying to shoot each other, hurt each other a little bit, do some poke damage. Are they finding each other? I believe that God, nice name by the way, God, did manage to get a couple hits on Krenix and the other way around. So that is really good that they at least connect their shots, you know, that's not waste bullets.
Exactly. You don't want to waste those resources. You said it right, Bayu. And one thing that I want to just point out, that with the update, the trajectory of the bullets, you see them firing across the map, and I think that really helps give a visual representation of where these players are looking to get those bullets on target within this game. So that's going to be interesting how those play out. Like I said, Kranix, he got hit on the side of God, but God felt a couple of blows himself. They're able to heal up, and they are outside the safe zone now, but it's not going to move out for the next 2 minutes, so they have a little bit of time safely on their hands. That safe zone has moved very much west, should I say, than I believe we both expected, with Team 18 and Team 6 maybe in the driving range of just being able to stay in a nice position for the remainder of this team. A lot of teams, you know, with 14 teams left, about 10 or so are going to have to go a long way to get to the safe zone by.
Yeah, as you can see, people in this overview now, which I have to discover myself too. So here you can clearly see what teams are still alive and their amount of kills. So this is a nice overview. But let's not look at it too long, because these teams are really close to each other now and fighting each other.
They seem to be playing a little passively at this stage of a team fight. I kind of think, and maybe I'm wrong with this mentality, and you can tell me better, but I feel that there's it gets to a certain point of a team fight by where at the end of the day it's kind of like, look, if we're not going to squad wipe these guys, we should just get the hell out of here, because we're only wasting potential resources, we're only wasting potential bullets that we can use at the later stages of the game. What's the point in being here? Would you agree with that mentality, or do you think they're kind of right to stay where they are?
I understand what you're trying to say, and I don't fully agree, because we don't know the situation of their stockpiled bullets. You know, let's say
Okay.
Kranix right now is sitting on 400 bullets. Yeah, let's say he spends a couple hundred, yeah. It's maybe for the late game not ideal, but having one kill in the late game, you loot one enemy and you're full on bullets again. So,
Yeah.
all these teams that are trading shots, it's not so bad if you assume, and you're gonna assume that you're gonna kill your opponent.
Of course.
So if you kill your opponent, you get all your bullets back and you go to the next phase. You move on to the next fight.
Yeah. Well, it seems like Team 12 have kind of taken my advice, so to speak, and they've gone, look, let's get the hell out of here, guys. We need to move into this safe zone because in the next 14 seconds or so, this blue zone is going to start to close in. But we do see Team 12 could be moving into the face of Team 11 as they do drive into just on the edge of that safe zone with Team 11 close by. It's going to be interesting how this does play out between these teams. That one remaining player of Team 4 has just gotten a car and is now going to look to move in to this safe zone quickly and swiftly and hopefully in a safely manner with these teams now starting to move in. Action is going on between Team 12, but we have it panned over into Team 5 who's also coming at each other. If we can see that Chroma God and these Team 21 have just managed to survive, I believe, against Team 12. So Team 12 have been squad wiped quite nicely, and they are ending their run. Maybe they should have stayed where they were, Bayu.
Yeah, maybe they should have. Yeah.
It's funny because it's kind of like they got out there hoping that they wouldn't have to face against Team, I believe it was Team 10, and they've just lost their shot. Whoa, that safe zone trajectory, look at that difference. It went from west pretty much to the other side on the east side. That really is making a big difference as Team 24, Team 5, Team 17, and Team 10 all really close to each other. Bayu, it's gonna see what this kind of action is gonna pan out in this forefront, as it's a bit of an open area as well. So they only have the trees to kind of duck inside between each other. We are on Kranix right now. He's got the hilltop area. He's throwing a grenade over there. See what kind of action he can maintain for his team, see what kind of pressure he can put them under. They're going to have to play a little bit carefully. LMB Perks just get a kill on the standstill now with Jimbo being put under pressure, but Resty on another area of the map is being put under pressure. Team 17, they're starting to feel the heat, and Team 10 are in a decent position. Like I said, they're just outside this blue zone. It's going to start moving into the next minute. They don't have long to walk away. Kranix does see Team 17 in amongst those hilltops, just behind those trees. If he can get one or two final blows with the smoke grenade being thrown out on the side of Team 17, trying to put their team to safety, but they're positioned nicely. Team 10 are. They really have to go in hard sometime soon in this team fight and get it. Let's see what can happen. Bayu, just real quickly, I say Team 10, they gotta look good, but they gotta get the job done sooner rather than later, right?
Yeah, exactly. And in the meantime, EQ is really close.
Oh! I'm sorry to cut you off, but that grenade was clutch. Coming out from Team 10, it knocked out two members of Team 17, but Kranix has been knocked out himself, and that is Team 17 squad wiped by Team 10. That grenade, I hated to cut you off by you, but that was beautiful clutch. It was absolutely fantastic. He just saw that grenade. It was like something out of slow motion. It was like, no! And that's it. Job done. Really well done by Team 10. But you were talking about, was it Team EX?
Yeah, extra quality
Yes.
just managed to, I believe, they killed 2 squads or 1 squad, but I saw in the kill feed that they were cleaning up a whole team, and that was really looking good.
if we can take the action over like we do see on to Team 3, they are going up close again. Team 24, it is inside the safe zone, so they don't really have far to go. Teco seems to be camping a little bit in this kind of time time of the game. Same with Maniac. They know they're close to each other. They're down to 3 players. They've got to stay together. They've got to make sure that they know where they are positioned in this game. Team 24 aren't moving either. This is how close they are to each other. And now we do see a little bit movement from Nova. Every step they take, every move they make, the enemy will hear them. Nova Taco is under a lot of pressure, having to now heal up behind that window with the rest of his team trying to support him. Team 24 is under a bit of pressure. There's also Team 10. So there's 3 teams in the compound of these, I believe, 3 buildings or 2 buildings. Even. 4 teams.
You have Team 24, Team 3, Team 5, and Team 10.
It's all hitting off. It's all kicking off as there's action going all around the place. Now, Team 3, Nova, they're stuck together. They're really like glue close to each other. So they've got a decent advantage. They're now moving down this building front. We do see them going underneath the window. They take out one member of Team 5. But is Butthurt in this game as he is dead and is going to be able to just have a bit more back in this game. As you see, LMB has taken down Teco, knocked him out. Teco is down, so Nova are down to 2 players themselves on their side in this action-packed team fight just outside the state. So 40 seconds until this blue zone starts to move in. So one team is going to have to make this clutch call. I feel to either go in hard or go home or get out of here because the blue zone is going to start doing a lot of damage. Bayu, that's my feeling. That's my kind of opinion. What do you make of it yourself, Shorty, as this blue zone is really starting to close in? It's going to do more damage than it's worth. Kailas goes behind and gets the job on the Perks, and he gets 1. He gets 2 kills. EXS Shiro gets Kranix and Perks Nova. This is crazy. Team 3 are just about surviving, in some way working with Team 24 magically, but they will have to turn on each other at some point in this game as Team 24 EXS, they are 4 players and Kailas is the only one remaining from Nova. Bayu.
Wow, what an insane play there by Kailas. Amazing. He just went around the building and took out 2 players like he was just whistling. Oh. He was just walking around and simply like nothing happened, you know. Amazing. Well done there.
Absolutely fantastic. So either way, this blue zone now starting to move in. Team 24, they're going to have to get in there sooner rather than later. It seems like they will be able to beat this safe zone quite nicely. We're going to see these teams are going to start whittling it down. We've got 6 teams left, 19 players in this round 1. Team 11, they're together, but they are also somewhat split apart. This safe zone, whoa! Team 24 suddenly has the positional advantage with Team 11. Seem to have lost a couple of players to the play zone. At least 1 player, I believe. So that's going to whittle them down to 3 players on their team, if I am correct. Yes, indeed, with Navy being knocked out, so he will lose his life outside the safe zone. Goodbye. See you in another match. Team 23 HCK. They're outside the safe zone, but they're going to start moving quite nicely. Like I said, Team 24, with that sudden shift in that safe zone, they have a really nice positional advantage, in my opinion. Team 18 are under a bit of pressure, or they're just about managing to survive. That 1 remaining player of Team 4 is still going strong, but he has taken a lot of hit. He is applying a first aid bandage. He's sandwiched between 2 teams of 21 and 18, but Team 24 are starting to join the mix. They're not even worried about the safe zone. They want to fight. They want to get those kills. They want to get those points. Team 21 Blazer is under pressure with Team 4 of Ali Furita, that 1 remaining player. Like I said, he's about to lose his life. Goodbye, but he did well to carry his team into the top 6 overall in this first game, so really well done by him. It's now down to Team 24, Team 18, Team 21. Bayu, Team 18, it's only him. He's running solo. He's gonna a grenade just like that.
He's not running solo anymore.
His face in the smithereens. So we are down to 4 teams, 13 players. Like I said, Team 24 EXS, they've got 4 players alive. Actually, just to point out, 3 of the remaining teams have all 4 members left. So that's really kind of going to put a pressure onto Team 11, who only have 2 players left. And also, it's really going to make it interesting because I feel that because you're a squad of 4, you're going to be able to take a bit more of a positional risk. Shiro gets knocked out nearly with 1 shot. That is so close as Blazer is starting to put a lot of pressure. Team 21 looking good in this game. They've gotten a couple of strong hits onto Team 18, who are feeling a little bit of pressure. 3 players have been knocked out. Just Shiro is left to try and revive at least 1 member of his team, because like I said, man advantage is going to tell a lot. So if you can revive even 1 player of your team, put it in a 2-player situation, it could carry you forward into remaining top 4, top 3 teams. This is going to be really close by you. I know we're starting to get into the end, but who's kind of looking strongest?
Ooh, I would have to say, in terms of, let me, oh shit. In terms of position, yeah, I just move away and then people start to kill each other.
Man,
Blazer is really blazing, I can tell you.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Team 21 is looking really strong actually, because they have been killing so many people the whole time basically. It's insane. I would say though, the team with the most positional advantage would be, I think, Team 21 now, looking at, they are the only ones in the middle of the zone, but the problem is that they are a man down now in the corner. Blazer is down, so...
Yeah, but Team 23, they've got down to 1 player.
Yeah.
Team 11 has relatively stayed out of the action, and they've still got 2 remaining players on their side. So it's down to 2 teams, 5 players, or 3v2 situation. Let's see if Team 21, who have 14 kills on the board for their side, so they are in prime position. They are not afraid to go hard in this game. Sika Civilian is down low on health, so is Restless. They're trying to play it safe behind this rock. Focus has been knocked out by Sika Civilian. Really job done. Really nice job done by Team 11 and knocked 1 player down. Let's see what can happen. The match has ended just like that.